Muppets Courtyard is closing for good in Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. So in this video I thought I would go around, have a look for one final time, maybe eat at the restaurants and just enjoy this area of Hollywood Studios for one last time. Hi everyone, how's life and welcome to another one of my videos. So yes, Muppets Courtyard is closing today, 7th of June 2025 here in Hollywood Studios, and even though I'm not the hugest Muppets fan, I do remember this being around ever since my first time I visited Disney World back in 2015, so it's quite nostalgic for me. So because of that, I wanted to dedicate a whole video to this area of Hollywood Studios. And if you don't know, this area is going to be closed down to be replaced by a Monsters Inc. land, which is so exciting. We have the whole brand new Monsters Inc. roller coaster, which was announced back in D23 2024, and I'm so looking forward to checking that out. And Muppets isn't going to be completely gone from Hollywood Studios either, so even though this area of Hollywood Studios will be closing down today, the Muppets are actually going to be transferring from here, the Muppets Courtyard, over to Rock and Roller Coaster, which is so exciting. So Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster is going to have a new overlay with the Muppets on it. Really looking forward to that as well. I think I'm just mainly intrigued about that. But more importantly, I'm excited about Monsters Inc. coming here. But without further ado, let's go around Muppets Courtyard for one final time and check out all the little fun details about it. I am filming this at around 5 minutes past 6 p.m, so it's actually kind of busy today. In fact, it's been busy all day here in Hollywood Studios, so loads of people out and about. Generally speaking though, this area of Hollywood Studios is actually one of the quietest parts of it. Now to my right, you see the one and only attraction in Muppets Courtyard, which is of course Muppet Vision 3D. And as the name suggests, this is a 3D attraction. It takes about maybe 10-15 minutes, and you sit down, you watch a nice little film, and it's actually very cute. But as you can see, even on a busy day like today, the wait time for it is only 10 minutes. So as cute as this attraction is, I can understand why Disney is getting rid of it and changing this area, because you want places where people are visiting, and Muppet Vision 3D has been around for quite some time, actually since 1991, which is a long time ago. In fact, it's actually the very last attraction that Jim Henson worked on. So in some ways it is sad that it's going away. I hope Disney does something to still, commemorate it in some way or another. I don't know what they can do. It's quite complicated, but yeah. For capacity reasons, I understand why they're getting rid of it, but for me as well, it actually holds a special place in my heart personally, because not only did I do it right on my first visit to Walt Disney World back in 2015, but also when I came with my mom the very first time in January of 2024 last year, we went to this and she really enjoyed it actually. My mom's not a huge thrill ride person. She doesn't like any of the big rides. She likes things like It's a Small World or attractions where she can just kind of sit down and relax and enjoy a nice 3D film. So for that reason, that's always going to hold a special place in my heart. But without further ado, let's go and check it out one final time. There you go. Got Jim Henson over there as well, actually, the idea man. Let's head in. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, look at all this Muppet stuff everywhere actually. It's about 5 minutes now until the next showing. We're going into stage 3D. That's hilarious. There's another Muppets poster over here. Hello. Of course, thank you. And I really enjoyed the pre-show area for Muppets Vision 3D as well. Just like a nice little area with so much theming as well. So many props everywhere. Look at that.
A pot of flowers bounce on my head.
So find your best tap dancing shoes, and just like Gonzo on the screen, just tap, tap, tap your way.
This is awesome. Aww.
Where are you going with that?
Oh, I thought Miss Piggy might need a prop for her number.
Fiend, can't you see that Piggy doesn't want any help?
Oh, I'm sure she'll like this.
Look, I'm sorry about this.
And you'll grab your 3D glasses from here. They're cute purple ones. It says, "Hey you, can't see 3D? Look here." Got them on already. And the pre-show is still happening.
Now where was I? Yes, safety instructions. First, when entering the theater, please move as far to the end of the row as possible.
This is it, heading into Muppet Vision 3D for the final time. And the auditorium reminds me again so much of my mom, because it was one of the few attractions that we did when we came here together, and she really enjoyed it. So there you go, this is what the auditorium looks like. I love all the details, even on top of the doors. So many of them everywhere you look. And yeah, I'm gonna go and find my seat. I don't think I'm gonna be able to film too much of it, because of course it's a 3D experience, but I'll film bits and bobs, and more than anything, I just want to enjoy it one last time.
For the comfort and safety of everyone around you, please no flash photography, videotaping, or cell phone usage during the show. Now put on your special 3D glasses. As Kermit the Game, proudly present Muppet Vision 3D.
Oh, no filming. I'll speak to you guys after. Woo!
Enjoy the rest of your stay and come see us again sometime.
Woo!
We can't roll purples into the seats.
On behalf of Kermit the Gang, thank you for joining us.
Well, that was cute. It's a very charming show, but you can tell it is quite dated because obviously it was made quite some time ago, but I still really enjoyed seeing it one last time, and it is going to be missed for a lot of people, I'm sure of that.
I love your video.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's so cool. Oh, so lovely meeting you guys. But right in front of Muppet Vision 3D, you actually have Miss Piggy here, dressed as the Statue of Liberty, which is so, so cool. And this is the main area actually for photos. This is like the iconic photo spot for this area of Hollywood Studios, and I certainly have plenty of photos of myself in front of this beautiful fountain with Miss Piggy from over the years, and if I can find them, hopefully you'll be seeing some of them right now on screen. If not, follow me on Instagram because I tend to post there more regularly than I do on YouTube. Anyway, on the other side of the Miss Piggy fountain, you have some public restrooms, so just toilets, nothing too exciting, and in fact, the actual toilets themselves aren't really themed or anything either. Then we carry on, and to my left up here, we've got Pizzerizzo, which is a quick service restaurant. And fun fact for you, the very first time I visited Walt Disney World in June of 2015, this was actually Pizza Planet. So I believe a year after, in 2016, is when they changed it and did a whole retheming of it and turned it into Pizzerizzo as we see it now. Now Pizzerizzo has actually now closed for the day. It's currently about 10 minutes past 6 and it closed at 5 p.m. But I did go inside earlier, so we're going to go to that clip now. And I did mobile order for this, so my mobile order is already ready. I need to go to mobile pickup number 4. As you can imagine, with this restaurant being called Pizzerizzo, the majority of the food here is pizza, but I'm too full for that, so I just got myself a salad and a little dessert as well. And there you go, I've got my order here. I've got a little Caesar salad over here, as well as a cannoli, which actually looks pretty good. I mainly wanted to come here though to have a look at the restaurant and how it's changed since I remember it last when it was Pizza Planet. So I'll be honest, the restaurant itself, at least the ground floor of it, seems very boring. I mean, I'm spotting some interesting photos on the walls, but apart from that, the actual tables and, you know, the layout of the restaurant doesn't seem very interesting to me. Okay, let's quickly try the food. I'm going to try the Caesar salad first. I really love the box it comes in, the container, very cute, and I think it was about $4.50. Let's give it a go. As far as Caesar salads go, especially at a quick service, it's really not bad. It's quite fresh actually, and there's, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little croutons in it too. Really nice portion. I thought the price was pretty reasonable as well for it. Now though, let's try the cannoli, which is definitely the more interesting of the two options that I got here. This was about $5.20 if I remember correctly. Let's give it a go. Firstly, for just over $5, I feel like this is a really good size, really nice portion. And then secondly, the taste, at least for my first bite, really good. Oh really? Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much, thank you. I'm gonna follow you. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Oh wow, so a lovely cast member allowed me to come in and have a quick look at the wedding/party room that they have here. They had already closed it today, but yeah, she was very kind and allowed me to come and have a look. There's a full-on disco ball, there's songs going on. This is awesome. So yeah, I feel like if you are coming to eat here, then this is the place to be because the rest of the restaurant looks pretty boring. And there you go, this is my one and only time in the wedding room. I love the music they're playing, it's awesome. Once again though, shout out to Paolo, the lovely cast member who literally took me up from the lift over there because they have closed it up properly, and I got to see the wedding room and it's lovely, such a lovely place. There is also quite a lot of outdoor seating though, which I think in some ways might be a little bit more fun than sitting inside, especially if the weather's nice. But yeah, this is officially my farewell to Pizzerizzo in the Muppets Courtyard here. And let's carry on with our tour, but these crowds that you're seeing right now all coming this direction would have just been at Muppet Vision 3D, so that's the entrance over there. This is the building, and obviously you'll be exiting from there once the show is finished. It's the busiest you'll ever find Muppet Courtyard, to be honest, when you see a crowd of people leaving Muppet Vision 3D. But the first cool thing that I'm seeing here now is this little splash of paint and this door, and up there it says Props Department, Rizzo Rat, we got it for a price. Also, look at Tower of Terror looking beautiful over there in the distance. Anyway, carrying on, I just wanted to wait until all the crowds went, and now as you can see, barely anybody here anymore because there's not much to do in this area of Hollywood Studios. But it doesn't mean that this place isn't special for a lot of people. I know there are loads of Muppets fans out there who are going to miss this area of Hollywood Studios. And like I said, for me, even though I'm not too fussed on it, wow, look how beautiful the sky looks. Sun's about to set. Sorry if I keep getting distracted. But yeah, even though I'm not too fussed on it, and I am genuinely more excited actually about Monsters Inc. coming than the existence of an area that isn't always very crowded, I do appreciate the theming in this land, especially in some areas of it. Like here, for instance, is another really fun photo spot. Up there it says, wet paint, do not touch. And that whole building used to be a shop, which I believe has been closed for quite some time now, but I love how it says Muppet stuff up there. And I remember the last time I entered the shop was actually on Jollywood Nights back in 2024. before. Look at this really awesome clock of Kermit the Frog. It's actually wrong though. It currently says 2 p.m. and it's definitely not 2 p.m. right now. We're now getting closer and closer to the only other part of Muppets Courtyard that is sometimes busy, apart from, of course, Muppets Vision 3D, and that is, of course, Ristorante Italiano Mama Melrose, which I'd never actually eaten at until today. I did have a reservation earlier today and I had my lunch there. So again, we're going to jump back to that now so you can see what the inside looks like. And one thing that really interests me is just this like painting that they have of the Mona Lisa at the front of that restaurant. Seriously, look at that. It just looks so fun with all the foods in front of her. Mama Melrose's Ristorante Italiano, where Italy meets California in the heart of the backlot. And as you can see, this area of Hollywood Studios is very, very quiet. Barely anybody here. And it's a shame because, you know, the Muppets are loved and there are some really cool photo opportunities here actually that barely anybody comes to even visit. But this is the front of the restaurant, the entrance of it. Mama Melrose's Italiano restaurant, as you can see. Here is a quick look at the menu. So you've got some specialty drinks, some appetizers, entrees, which are your main courses, and the desserts. I think I'm probably just going to go for an appetizer and a main course, but we'll see. I'm mainly excited just to see the interior of the restaurant and see what this building's like inside. Because very soon this is going to be gone forever. It's going to become part of Walt Disney World's history. So that's the main reason I wanted to give it a go actually. In fact, by the time you're watching this, I think it's probably the last day of Muppets Vision and this whole area of Walt Disney World. So yeah, without further ado, let's go in and see what the food's like, see what the restaurant's like, and have our one and only dining experience at Mama Melrose in Hollywood Studios. Oh, this place looks beautiful. I love all the twinkling stars. So nice. Not at all what I expected, to be fair. Lovely. Thank you so much.
Maddie is going to be your server.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm at my table, and honestly, look how cute this restaurant is. I feel like sparkling, twinkling fairy lights add so much to the level of cuteness of a restaurant. And I have my menu over here as well, Mama Melrose. Obviously, we had a quick look at it outside, and I haven't decided yet which appetizer I'm going to go for. I might end up going for 2, and then the entrees, there's I think something like 8 different options, maybe even 9, including the plant-based one. So pretty good selection of food. And I've already got some water on my table, which is very much needed in this heat. But looking at the menu, I did ask one of the lovely cast members what some of her favorite things are, and she said that the most popular entree / main course is the oven-baked chicken parmigiano, which is probably going to be what I'm going to go for as well. But she said her personal favorite is the pork osso buco up there. And in terms of the appetizer, she said the most popular is the fried mozzarella stick, so maybe we'll go for that. I was thinking of potentially going for the fried calamari, but she didn't recommend it necessarily. I don't know. I'll think about whether or not I'm going to get this. And then the house garlic bread, I asked her, you know, if it's popular, if people like it, and she said they're going to be giving me bread anyway, including the price of the meal, so probably not going to need any more bread. So I'm thinking maybe the fried mozzarella just to see what the most popular option is, and then maybe we'll get the fried calamari too. And then for the entrees, because of what the cast member said, she said the chicken parmigiano has been around for 20 years and very, very popular. I feel like it's probably the main dish that people get here, the most iconic one, so that's what we're going to go for. I've also got my apple juice, of course I do, very nice and refreshing. And the cast member did tell me that this place is closing on the 10th of May, so I'm sure you're watching this either on that day, 10th of May, in which case, hello, future me, but also RIP, because this restaurant will not be existing by the time you're watching this. I decided to quickly Google it, by the way, so actually, I think the day you're watching this might be the 8th of June 2025, because that's officially the day that this whole area of Hollywood Studios, the Muppets land, if you will be closing. And just like that, we've already got our bread service. There's a couple of what looks to be just like basic white bread rolls, and then some olive oil on the side. I'm excited, and I'm not gonna lie, before I even got a chance to try the bread, my 2 appetizers have arrived. So as you can see, I did end up going for the calamari, which looks to be a very big portion, so who knows how I'm going to finish this. And then I also had to get the mozzarella sticks because of how popular they seem to be. I think I'm going to try the mozzarella sticks first before I even touch the bread. This is what they look like. They look pretty crispy actually, so I'm looking forward to giving them a go. Do you know what? They're okay. They're nothing special. I actually tried the mozzarella sticks from Tony's in Magic Kingdom last year with my mum, and those were firstly much bigger, but also a lot more tasty in my opinion than these ones. They're not bad though by any means. I'm going to enjoy them actually. I think just based on what the outside looks like though, I was expecting them to be a little bit more flavorful because they look to be well seasoned. But when you eat them, they don't actually taste too much of anything, really. You just kind of get a little bit of a cheese flavor and the crunchiness outside. Let's quickly try some of this bread roll now. The bread is nice and warm, which is good. Gonna dip it into the olive oil over here. The thing is, you can't go wrong with bread and olive oil. That was delicious. And then last but not least, let's try some of this calamari. This portion, honestly, for me, this looks like a main course, or an entree, as Americans say it. I don't understand how this is just an appetizer. This is what the calamaris look like. Let's give them a go. I'm surprised, actually. I think calamari is quite a difficult dish to get right, and these aren't bad. Of course, they're not the best calamari I've ever had, but they're not overly salty. The texture is very nice, and I like the crispiness on the outside too. Overall, as far as starters / appetizers go, nothing has been bad. Nothing has blown me away either. I think probably my favorite thing is actually the bread with the olive oil. Well, I am done with my 2 appetizers and the bread as well, and I think truly my favorite thing that I just had was the bread. The bread was really lovely, nice and soft, and then the olive oil especially was beautiful. But then my second favorite would probably be the calamari. That was surprisingly good, and I ended up eating the majority of it, which is why I'm currently pretty full, I have to say. The only thing I wasn't the biggest fan of was the mozzarella sticks. I tried a couple of more bites of them, but they just weren't very good, and I didn't want to fill myself up with something that just wasn't that tasty or of good quality. I think probably the reason they're so popular is because most people love mozzarella sticks. It's like a very picky eater friendly, so that's probably why, but I wouldn't order them again and again. Kind of can't anyway, because this restaurant is closed at the time of you watching this. But yeah, now I'm waiting for my main course, and actually my lovely server did say that they have perfected the chicken parmigiana here, and so she said that if she ordered it straight away for me, they would literally bring it out to me at the same time as the starters, and I feel like the starters came out really quickly too. So I'm not sure what necessarily she means by perfected it. Does she mean that they genuinely have perfected it and that's why it doesn't take too long for them to cook it? Or, you know, it's just not very fresh and they just, you know, have so much of it ready that it's not going to be the best quality. I don't know. We'll be the judge of that when it arrives. But again, the setting is so, oh, thank you. So beautiful. And my table actually, I don't think is in the best spot. So this is my view. As you can see, I'm really close to the kitchen. It's very noisy and loud. But then again, I am a solo person right now. So I think maybe that's why they put me here. A lot of the tables in the middle section seem to be 4 people seaters. I did want to show you some of the lovely things they have around the restaurant though. So up there, we've got a bunch of food, just obviously fake food, just attached to the ceiling. And then there seems to be some lovely photos as well on the walls, which we're going to have a look at in a bit. There's a photo of Mickey Mouse over here. A lot of, I want to say, Hollywood actors perhaps. There's another one of Mickey here, Mickey and Minnie, old school Mickey and Minnie, and then Mickey Mouse on the top. And here's a better view of the restaurant and the 2 main dining areas. So we've got one room here, and then a second room on the other side, very similarly designed. And just like that, my main course has arrived, and my first impression of it is that it's just really massive. Like, this is my hand, this is the size of the chicken, the pasta, there's quite a lot of it as well. It does look pretty good though, I have to say, and the plate is nice and warm too, which I do appreciate. And I want to say, from the moment I told my cast member that I'm ready for my main course to the time that this arrived to my table was probably about 5 minutes, if that, so it definitely was a fast turnover. So hopefully it will be good and not like unfresh, if that's a word. I am so full, and I just realized I don't actually have any cutlery, so I'm gonna have to get some, because most things I don't mind eating with my hands, but pasta and chicken like this with so much sauce on it, definitely feel like I need some cutlery, right? I don't even mind waiting a little bit, because it gives me time to hopefully make some space for this, because this is a lot of food. This is a lot. I shouldn't have ordered 2 appetizers. It is a little bit awkward though, I have to say. I don't like to bother cast members, but then again, I kind of need cutlery, so I'm just waiting to see if there's anybody going past, and hopefully one that, excuse me, may I have some cutlery, like a knife and fork? Oh, thank you so much. So, thank you very much. Oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. Well, we've got a knife and fork. Let's give it a go. Let's try a little bit of the chicken first. It's not bad. The sauce has a nice flavor to it, and the chicken is nicely cooked. Let's try a little bit of the pasta now. The pasta / spaghetti, I should say, is pretty good too. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about this dish. Everything is fine. It's nothing special. I'm not gonna like think about it in the future, but it's okay. It's not a bad dish in my opinion. The chicken especially, pretty good. And just like that, we have the bill. Let's see what it came to all together. So as you can see over there, $74.53 with everything I got. So the apple juice, mozzarella sticks, calamari, and then the chicken parmesan. But just like that, I am done with my meal here at Mama Melrose, and I'm slowly but surely making my way out. I did want to also show you some of the other lovely props they have around this restaurant. It's a gorgeous restaurant, I have to say. Setting-wise, I really enjoyed it. Look at all of this. We've got Melrose Avenue over there. So many photos, and this is our way out of the restaurant. Cool. Well, ooh, that was a really heavy bit of aircon just then. Yeah, my thoughts on Mama Melrose is that it's a nice kind of basic restaurant. The food wasn't offensive, but it also definitely wasn't memorable. I wasn't able to finish my chicken parmesan, by the way. That portion was huge. And again, whilst it was good, it wasn't tasty enough for me to be like, you know what, I'm just going to overeat and finish it all. But overall, my experience wasn't bad. I can see why it can be a popular restaurant for some families, especially picky eaters. There's so many options for them. Italian food, not bad whatsoever. And then the setting, as you saw, was really lovely as well. And yeah, honestly, that's more or less it then for Muppets Courtyard. So this is all, of course, part of Mama Melrose. The only other part is this side of the shop, which has been closed for a while. And I do really enjoy the clock again in the middle. That one, I believe, no, still not right. It's not 7:35. It's about 25 minutes past 6 p.m. So the clocks are not functioning, I guess, but it is still a very cool photo spot with the Kermits on the side looking very glamorous, of course, because it's Hollywood Studios and movie making, and then of course Miss Piggy as the clock right in the middle. Very, very cool. Also, have a look at it from this angle too. There's a huge Kermit the Frog painting over there, like his face is so happy there. And then of course we've got the smaller ones down there too that we saw earlier. It's currently about 21 minutes past 6 p.m. The park is open until 9 o'clock tonight, and as you can see, there are still quite a lot of people actually waiting to be called to go and get seated at Mama Melrose. So it looks like this restaurant definitely is still very popular, Mama Melrose, and it has been around for, I think, something like 20 years from what I've heard. So clearly quite a classic restaurant here in Hollywood Studios, and I'm glad I got to try it out before it closes for good. And then here we've got some signs that lead you to Pizzerizzo, which I showed you earlier, the only other restaurant in Muppets Courtyard, the only quick service here. Mama Melrose is table service. This is the other side of that big shop, which unfortunately has been closed for some time. And then I'm pretty sure this is another shop that again is currently closed and has been closed for quite some time. Feel free to correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong, but I don't remember this being open in any of my recent visits. I think it used to be a Christmas shop though, based on the fact that there's a snowman here and it says it's a wonderful shop with loads of Christmas decorations around it. The last time I remember entering the shop actually was again back in November of 2024 when I came here for Jollywood night, and Duffy was meeting in there, Santa Duffy in his really cool outfit, and I waited something like 45 minutes to go and meet him. So yeah, that would have been the last time I stepped inside it. So I think I am pretty sure that this has been closed for a while, because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to use it for a character meet if it was just a shop. And yeah, truly that's more or less it for Muppets Courtyard, or Grand Avenue as it seems to be called these days. As you can see, we are now back at Pizzerizzo. It's a very big restaurant, so quite a long one. Loads of seating both outside and inside. There's also a top level, which you would have seen earlier, the wedding room. And then yeah, as you can see, we are slowly but surely making our way back to Miss Piggy over there, the lovely fountain. And that's literally it. This is it. This has been Muppets Courtyard, and as you can see the time up there, it's about 28 minutes past 6, and we started our tour of this land maybe like 10-15 minutes ago. So it really isn't a huge area. I'm actually really intrigued to see how they're going to change this area into a Monsters Inc. land. Of course, with the roller coaster being here, and the roller coaster from the concept art, which hopefully we'll be seeing right now, looks to be very cool, very thrilling, doors and everything. I am so excited. I wonder how long it's going to take for them to also build it. Hopefully not too long, maybe in the next 5 years. Let's have our fingers crossed. But yeah, this is it, Muppets Courtyard, Grand Avenue, somewhere that I've become very used to since my first visit to Walt Disney World, and I'm glad that I got to, you know, go around it one last time, eat at the two restaurants, enjoy Muppets Vision 3D for one last time as well, and just enjoy it, because, like I said, even though it's not my personal favorite part of Hollywood Studios, and clearly for a lot of people it's not very popular either, it still has been a big part of this park for a long, long time, and like I said, I know a lot of people are going to be missing it. So there you go. I hope you did enjoy this video, nice and short, but I want to document this part of Walt Disney World history, if you will, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give this video a like. A huge shout out to my lovely YouTube members and my Patreon members as well. You are amazing. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe for more videos, and let me know your thoughts on this. Did you enjoy Muppets Courtyard whilst it was here? Did you like it? Are you going to miss it? Are you excited about the new land coming, Monsters Inc.? What are your thoughts? Leave all your comments down below. I'm going to be replying to all of them, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.